Hey, 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 it is me again, Catherine Davidson, owner of Oodles of Schnoodles and Health, coach in my real life, not my schnoodle world, and I'm going to teach a little bit on genetics and what it takes. And I had somebody come up to my door, so I needed to answer the door without the dogs being all crazy, and then I had to do part two. So anyway, I was talking about those kill everything drugs that are out there and how they have a profound effect on the dogs. There is one I looked up, I don't know, somebody asked me, it was like probably 4 or 5 years ago, brand new drug that came out, and they said, what do you think about this? And I said, I don't know, I don't use it, let me look around it, and started doing just basic research. And it had like a 1 in 632, some weird number, but very low in my opinion, that would die from this. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is too low of a number in my book. I wouldn't want to have those odds. But there was some other thought that came up to me. Those are the ones that the chance of death. Now, if this is the death line right here, this is death. What happened to all the dogs that came right up to the point of death that did not die? There was probably quite a bit, actually, or three-quarters of the way to death. Did they recover fully? Did they have long-term issues? I would say probably they did. Sorry, my hair, it's really humid out and my hair is flying all over. It's driving me crazy looking at it. Sorry about that, squirrel. When the way inflammation, a toxin comes into us, we take in a toxin and it causes our body to be inflamed. And when you get a certain degree of inflammation, it's what causes us to feel icky and not move as well and things of that nature. And so when you're looking at these kill everything, or the food that is out there, all of our food in the world, because of the GMOs, corn, wheat, and soy, we all pretty much know that those are not good foods. Look at your labels. If you have trouble with and you don't know what a good food is, holler at me. I'll gladly share what we do and why. I've done a live on that. So you can look down below at the videos that I've done, the food we feed and why. Raw food eating is incredible. If you have, there is none of us, even if we have genetic testing done, there is a huge amount of information that is constantly changing in genetics, that they're finding new things that they can test for. So when that is said, there's no crystal ball that says, unless you get the genetics testing, and even then it's not going to be 100%. So instead of going, oh, I've got genetics, or my dog has a possible genetics for this, or a possible genetics for that, or possible genetics for whatever, and that goes again, applies to us also. We have the ability to go, okay, that's there. Now, do I want it to broadcast louder? Do I want that bass to really go boom, 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 boom? Or do we want it to where we can't hardly hear it? And in the video before, I was talking about breast cancer. The answer to that for me would be, I don't want my genetics, I wanted to turn it down to where it does not broadcast, where you can barely hear it, where I barely have a chance for that to happen. And how I do that is by the choices I make for food and the medicines. Like I said, there is something right now, because mosquitoes are out, everybody's talking about, you see ads all the time on heartworm. Heartworm is only prevalent 6 weeks out of the year. And yet we medicate 12 months out of the year. Why is that? It's because if they get it, then they have to test and da-da-da-da-da. What if, one of my favorite sayings is, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. That's the reason why you don't want them to get it. But having this kill everything meds for 12 months out of the year when it's not even needed. What if during those 6 weeks you use something like Wondercide, which is a natural and amazing, kills fleas, it kills ticks, and it repels mosquitoes. What if you put that over them, wipe them down, or spritz them down with Wondercide? And you didn't let them stay outside all that long during that 6 weeks. It's the hottest part of the summer. It's like during it's like the last 2 weeks in July to the end of August. And even if you went all of July, all of August, and half of September with making sure they got the Wondercide on them, you are saving their liver toxicity, and all of the fat toxins are stored in there. That's just one example of how you can lower the toxic load on your dog. Again, these kill everything. That is, I stay very much away from those. We use littlecitydogs.com. They have an instant flea killer. If you're looking at flea and tick stuff, they have an instant flea killer that is like Capstar, and Capstar is very expensive. You get about 6 capsules for about $60 at PetSmart. And at littlecitydogs.com, you get 12, I think, for like $12 or $14. Huge savings. Same exact thing. And so if you get something, your dog is itching more, you can give them an instant flea killer. Let's say they picked it up at the dog park. Done. It doesn't have to be a continual, you see a problem, you take care of it, it's done. They also have a once a month flea preventative that works just with the flea's ability to reproduce. It doesn't affect the dog. I like that. I can deal with that. The flea killer doesn't even go through the liver. It just, it goes out, and it goes completely through, and they pee out everything. I do my research on this stuff. On the ticks, I go back to littlecitydogs.com because, or not Little City Dogs, Wondercide. It kills ticks, but it also repels them. It is nothing to spritz them down before you go on a walk, before they go out. If ticks are a big thing in your area, give them a little something to prevent that, and you're not going to have the issues without killing or slowly killing. It doesn't have to, it's not about, oh, I gave my dog this and he died instantly. That would be horrible. I mean, seriously, I've worried about that with dog food. These recalls that have these big things come out, I'm like, oh, that would be horrible to wake up one morning to a bunch of sick dogs. But for this, it is more just keeping that toxic load down. If we can keep that toxic load down, then over the whole span of your dog's life, they're going to be healthier. They're going to be they're going to have a greater chance for longevity, because, and then you also allow those genetic things that could or could not be in their background not to manifest, not to go. So the healthier your pet can be, the healthier you can be, the less likely you are going to genetically express any of that negative stuff that is going on. I hope that I made that clear. It's kind of a complicated subject, but it's real to me, in the way my brain works. It's just very simple. Poisons in mean bad stuff over the long haul of a life. If we lower that, the chances of us really expressing some of those bigger things are much less. So that's it. I hope to do, again, more of these as time goes on. Education, to think outside the box, to help with things, because truly you see the same inflammatory diseases that you see in humans over and over again, and it's based off the drugs that we give our dogs and the food that we feed. Same thing with us. Our environment puts a lot on us. So anyway, if you have any questions, if something I said didn't quite make sense, please feel free to private message me. You can text me. My phone number is on our website. oodlesofschnoodles.us is our website. And again, Bella had 4 healthy puppies. I have not messed with them. I have not looked at their sex. We kind of leave them alone the first few days. Anyway, hope all is well with all of you. Have a great and blessed week. Bye-bye.